I am Manon, creator of Squeaky Loops. I hope you're doing great. Welcome or welcome back to my channel where we just like to talk about anything related to crochet and knitting. If that sounds good to you, let's get cozy. So, it has been quite a while. We've had a lot of people visiting us recently, and I haven't had the time to film anything. That added to all the, work and everything. Life has been quite hectic. I'm back though, and today we will be talking about everything I'm gifting everybody I love for Christmas. First off, let's take a sip of coffee before getting started. A quick disclaimer: if you are from my family or my friends, please either don't watch this video or I will have put some timestamps. And if you see that a certain category mentions your name or your relationship to me, please skip this part so you can keep the surprise. Thank you. You might ask, what day is it that you decide to film this kind of video, and how far are you into your project? It is December 17th. And I have done nothing basically. So it's me, okay? The perks of living far from all your family is that they don't have to receive their gift on the 25th, right? So my mom is coming to visit, and she will bring back the presents for everybody else with her when she leaves. So a little bit of extra time for me. Am I Delulu thinking I will make everything? Yes, of course. But will I still try to make it work? Yes, I will. I, as usual, plan to make nothing for nobody, basically, because I've had a lot of things going on behind the scenes. And last week I decided this resolution was over already and that I absolutely needed to make stuff for everybody. Well, not everybody, but for a few people in my life. The size/time I spent on a project is not proportional to the love I have for the people. Of course, I decided to work on maybe some smaller projects for some people, but I have something else not handmade for them as well. And I will also go through the gifts by categorizing them by the people I'm making it for. I don't know if that makes sense, but basically I will go through the list starting with my partner, my mom, blah blah. Even though for some people I do have the same gift in the making, it will make sense, I hope, when I show that to you. Also, every pattern that I'm going to be talking about, I have here my little tablet that I will use to check regularly, because I have made some notes. I have made a little doc with all the information that I wanted to mention about the patterns. Every pattern that I will mention will be linked down below in the description if you're interested to make them. Also, all these gifts will mainly be crocheted, except for one pattern that I'm gonna make in a bunch for a few of my family members. The first person on my list is, of course, my partner. His main gift is not something handmade, but I decided to make an extra thing to put under the Christmas tree, and it is the Sailor Slippers by Annie Germain on Ravelry. I paid £7 British. I think with tax it was £8.75 for it, which is, in my opinion, not that expensive, knowing that I'm already gonna make for sure 4 pairs for it. If you have been anywhere near the knitting community recently, you cannot have missed them, right? They're everywhere, these slippers, and it is basically some slippers that you knit and then you throw in the washing machine to felt the wool, and that's just that. And then you wear your little socks and then you put your slippers on and then you're home and you're cozy. And I thought it was a great idea. I watched a few videos of people making them to see roughly how long it takes, and one of them made a few of them, and I don't remember which one. And they said that it took approximately 5 to 6 hours to make one pair, which is I feel like pretty fair enough. I am, however, a beginner knitter and I am not the fastest, so I am not sure how long it will take me. But I really want to take up the challenge. I'm really excited because I'm gonna have to use a bunch of colors that I would not use for myself. For my boyfriend, I've selected blue tones. I don't have the yarn with me right now because they were sold out on the website. I wanted to order them and in the local yarn store that I usually go to. So I will wait a little bit for them to restock. And he will have them most likely in January. But colors. It's gonna be striped with light blue and cobalt blue, which is like royal blue almost. And for the sole, I will use a dark blue. All the yarn that I'm gonna use for all of these slippers is Drops Snow, which is the yarn recommended or at least used by the pattern designer. For my mom, her main gift is I'm taking her on a small trip to Copenhagen, like a mother-daughter moment. So it's gonna be very fun. And I am also knitting her some sailor slippers, which by the way are the only knitted gift in that list. It's just that I make a few of them. And so yeah, sailor slippers, striped. I do have the yarn with me this time. The main color is this red. It is called Christmas Red, color 56. And striped with this color, which is called Sweet Apricot. And it's color 112. And the sole will be this dark plum, which is called Plum Wine color. And it is 119 for the color number. I am really excited because it looks really fun to make. I hope it will work, but that is what it is. The recommended thing about these slippers is to make the both of them at the same time. So basically you're sewing some of the parts together and they kind of recommend to work at the same time on both slippers. And it is very convenient because you need 2 skeins of each color, at least for the size that my mom is wearing. So you can actually like take one for your left foot and one for your right foot and it still works. Next person in line is my brother. Before I decided to like knit some sailor slippers for some people in my family, I already had a project started. So he's gonna receive 2 handmade gifts this year. The first being some sailor slippers as well. I asked him what his favorite colors are because that's something I've never really thought about. And it appears that he really likes orange, blue, silver, and turquoise. But I'm already making some blue for my boyfriend. And I feel like silver is like gray and it's a bit boring considering my brother's personality. So I decided to go for orange. I don't have the colors with me still because half of them I swear were out of stock, but it's gonna be a dark orange or like bright orange and a striped with a pastel orange, and the underside will probably be some dark brown as well. I feel like using dark colors for the sole makes sense because we walk with them and like it's gonna get dirty. That's the whole point of it. So that is it. And for his second present, it is gonna be a Mau Mau amigurumi, which is a character from the Apothecary Diaries, which is the first anime I've watched, and he made me watch it with him. The pattern that you can see right here is from Amigurumi's Vit on Etsy. I paid 33.98 Danish crowns for it when it was on sale, which is approximately €4.50, but the full price is 66.65 Danish crowns, which is approximately €9. I am using Hobby Friends Cotton 8.4 with it and a 2mm crochet hook. I do have a lot of colors, so I'm not mentioning them, but if you are interested to know which colors exactly I've used, please feel free and I will share it with you. On this pattern, there's a few beads, there's a necklace, all these embellishment. I will not make them. I don't know, I just want to keep it yarn and not make it as complicated, I guess, because it involves a lot of glue and I don't really want to start gluing things around too much. The pattern designer approximates the time working on the amigurumi at around 10 hours, which honestly, yeah, I feel like it, because it is the only project that I've started. So I will show it to you. Right now, I do have the body and a part of the skirt done. This is how it looks like. Oops, crochet down. And I still have a lot to do. Oops. I do really like it though. They make you put some little plastic, just some plastic cutouts basically that you cut on the feet to make it stand a little bit. However, it is still not standing for me. I will most likely glue the feet to a wooden stand, I guess, so it can stand, because yeah, that's not happening in the current situation. Now on to my grandparents. I will start off with my grandfather. I will make him a Matilda turtle. The pattern is from Ines from Coty Loops on Etsy. I bought it from there. I paid back in March or May, I don't remember exactly. I paid 100 kronas, 100 Danish kronas, which is approximately 13 euros and 40 cents, and it was on sale. The full price is 126.94 Danish crowns, which is approximately 17 euros. It is on the pricier side, but I feel like honestly for the amount of detail that the turtle has, and considering that I absolutely love Ines' work, for me it's just a no-brainer, and I had to get it. We are also in my family huge turtle fans. We used to have Herman turtles at home. I think my mom and my brother still have 2 of them. So we are turtle people. We really like turtles, and it all started because my grandfather introduced us to his turtles. So I mean, technically it is a sea turtle, and he was more of a like land tortoise. Not sure, but you know, Herman turtles. That's what we had. Ines on her pattern, and I feel like it's so nice, honestly, when pattern designers do that, to add the approximate time that it should take you to make the item that you want to make. I feel like it's very, very nice to have. Hi, it's Editing Manon. I've realized that I forgot to give you the number of hours approximated by Ines to make Matilda, and it is 6 to 7 hours. I will leave you back to video Manon. For the turtle, I will be using, for the main color, some Honey Bunny in the shade 5, which is beige, for the main body. And we'll be using Baby Snuggle Prussian Blue, I think, which is the color 16, for the accent colors. It is a bit velvety. I don't know if it shows. So it is a bit velvety compared to the main color, which I think is going to be super cute. For the eyes, I dropped my skein. Oh yeah, I will use this color, which is like a almost grayish blue, and it is color 79, which is color Deep Sea, Open Sea, which is the color Open Sea, and it is France Cotton 84 from Hobie. So that's what I'm gonna make for my grandfather. For my grandmother, I wanted to make her something useful because she's not very materialistic or anything. And I've decided to settle for this super cute strawberry pouch that when you open it is in fact a market bag. I am pretty sure she will love it, as she's always stopping by like random shops, and I mean, her and I were the same. We just like end up always getting out with something new in our hands, whether it's food or like something else. And I will be for this one using either some Hobby Friends Cotton 88 or some Drops Paris. And the pattern to use is a nice pink, but I will definitely use a red because my grandmother loves red. I haven't forgotten to mention, but the pattern is from ETM Studio on YouTube. It is a free tutorial and it lasts approximately an hour, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't take note about that, but I would say that it will take something around like 1 to 2 hours to make. I will not start this project before my mom gets here because she is a beginner crocheter. Last year I started teaching her crochet a little bit, and I feel like it would be fun and this pattern would be easy enough to just make a little mother-daughter workshop, and I make the one for my grandmother and she can work on a little pouch for herself as well. So I thought that could be cute, and of course I would help her if she needs it. If I do have some extra time, I'm on vacation for 2 weeks. Knowing that my mom is here, we will probably go a bit around and everything. But if I do have some time, I do have 3 gifts that I want to make. I will make them at some point, but they might not qualify for Christmas presents anymore. So these are for friends that are in Denmark with me. So I have 3 friends from Denmark that I really want to make something for. And I will not mention any name, but if you qualify as a friend who lives in the same city that I do, please skip this part of the video. I know one of you is watching. Bye. So for friends, I do have 3 things that I want to make. The first one is actually another Matilda turtle. I will use the same main color, which is once again Hobie Honey Bunny in color beige, which is colorway 5. And I know he really likes bright blues, so I decided to give him this blue for the accent color, which I feel like is super beautiful. It is a color 91 and it is called Aqua. I'm not set on the eye color yet. I might just use the same one as for my grandfather, but I will have to dig in what I already have in my stash. Something I forgot to mention is also that I want to use as much as possible stuff that I already have in my stash. So for most amigurumi, that's what I'm doing, as I do have a lot of chenille yarn on hand. It's just for my sailor slippers and my grandmother's bag that I need to buy a bit of yarn. The second pattern I want to make for another of my friend is one hoodie bear from Nooks Hooks. I actually won that pattern because I entered her giveaway on YouTube. But if you want to get it for yourself, she sells her pattern on Etsy. Most of her patterns are modular. So if you buy, for example, the bear pattern, then you can also buy some mods for having a berry bear pattern or a buffet bear pattern or a hoodie bear pattern, which is what I'm gonna make. And you have a few options like this, which I feel like is genius. As I was saying, if you want to get your hands on this pattern as well, it is, when not on sale, 82.72 Danish crowns, which is approximately 11 euros on Etsy. I would say, I quickly looked through the pattern, but I haven't seen if it's mentioned or not. I would say that this could take me around 2 to 3 hours to make. I'm a slow crocheter and I've never made this pattern before, so I'm not exactly sure how long it would take. But yeah, I would approximate it to 2 to 3 hours to make. She has a free mod, I think it's free on her Instagram, I need to double check that, for some floppy leg, because you can have like a standing bear version or you can have a floppy leg bear version, which basically allows your bear to just sit, which I feel like is super cute to have on a desk, which is why I am going to go with that option, so my friend can just like put it on a shelf or on her desk. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the floppy leg version. I am thinking about just making a regular hoodie, so she has in this pattern that I'm linking, of course, in the description, some frog pattern and chicken and duck, I think. She has a few different hoodies that you can make. I will just make the plain one. I have settled on using some baby snuggle in the color teddy bear, which is the color number 08. And I will make the hoodie in the Honey Buddy Candy, which is just the color black, which is 124, I think. So I think that's gonna be it. I wanted to make a white bear because I have a lot of white at home, but it would be too contrasting with the black. So the color teddy bear really seems appropriate. The last pattern I will make is Mori, the little vessel from Not Magic on Etsy. At a time when I'm filming this video, I settled on this pattern like an hour ago. So I just bought it. I paid 37.53 Danish crowns, which is approximately 5 euros. And it's on sale. When it's not on sale, it is 50 Danish kronas, which is approximately 6.5 euros. Honestly, I'll be real honest with you. I love Not Magic. I love their design so much, and I've been wanting to buy the Mori pattern as well as a few of her other patterns for a while. However, I've never got to it because I do have a lot of patterns to make before buying new ones. I'm trying to be on a pattern ban, but it's not going well. So yeah, I'm so excited to make Mori. I would consider that she's one of my favorite pattern designer for sure. She's definitely high in the top. I would approximate this make for around like 4 hours, maybe 4 hours to make. I'm not sure. Have quickly looked through the pattern as well, and I haven't seen it mentioned. Maybe I'm wrong. A few months ago, I painted some sinker eyes, and yeah, so I kind of painted them without knowing what I would want to make with them. And they have this very like, how would I describe it? I guess it's just hot pink with like a bit of purple sheen to it. So I do have these, and I didn't know what to make with them, and I really wanted to use them because I think my friend will really appreciate this color. So I will make Mori in this color, which is Baby Snuggle, I think baby blue, color 05. And I feel like the colors of the eyes is really nice with this one. And I will make, because Mori has a little collar and a tail as well, and I will make the tip of the tail and the collar in a purple pinkish. It is the color Orchid, which to me makes a lot of sense because it really has this orchid color. And it is the color 32. So it will kind of look like this, and I feel like it's a pretty good match with the eyes, as well as it has like a bluish purple sheen. I am so excited for this. With that said, we are arriving towards the end of this video. I would be really curious to know which one of this pattern is your favorite. And if you're making any gift for your loved one this year, I would love to know about it. And well, that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you've enjoyed it, please consider subscribing and liking the video. I wish you a very good weekend and a very good holiday time if you are celebrating anything at this time of the year. I will see you next time. Bye!